D23, or Disney's announcement train expo that thrills some, infuriates others, and provides plenty of fodder for Twitter arguments for weeks to come. Hey y'all, Snarky J Cosplay here. With D23 having just concluded this weekend, I realized that Disney owns like half of the relevant properties we all fanboy and fangirl over. And because they own so many icons of pop culture, it's really easy to miss some of the announcements they made. So in this video, I'm gonna get you guys caught up on everything announced at D23 2022. To kick this video off, let's get into everything announced about Star Wars at D23. Perhaps the most exciting thing that happened at D23 this weekend, for me, was the release of the trailer for Season 3 of The Mandalorian. It's no secret that the past 2 seasons of The Mandalorian sparked a global phenomenon and several different spin-off shows. Even though we're not getting Season 3 this year, it's slated to release in 2023, we did get plenty of Mando in the Book of Boba Fett. Though some of us would rather forget that show happened entirely. Regardless, the new trailer for The Mandalorian looks absolutely phenomenal. It seems like Season 3 is going to be really action-packed, is definitely going to bring in some of the Mandalorian lore that a lot of us Star Wars fanatics obsess over. And of course, because Disney really wants to keep selling toys, there will be plenty of Grogu for us to enjoy. Notably absent from these announcements was a Book of Boba Fett Season 2. I couldn't be more thrilled. Also shown at D23 was art and imagery from the new series Ahsoka, which will be streaming on Disney Plus in the next year or two. The images and artwork teased at D23 seem to draw connections to Ahsoka's history in the Rebels animated series, which gives casual fans plenty of time to go back and rewatch that series before Ahsoka releases. Next up is the final trailer for Andor, the new series coming to Disney Plus on September 21st. It's also the next series I'll be reviewing on this channel. Starring Diego Luna and taking place just 5 years before the events of Rogue One, Andor looks to be a lot more serious and a lot grittier than past Star Wars releases, which is actually super welcome for me. I'm really hoping it's better than Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi, which, to be fair, isn't really setting the bar very high. We also got a release date for Season 2 of the animated series Bad Batch. Its 2-episode premiere is slated to release January 4th, 2023, and we'll see our favorite clone misfits back on more adventures. Speaking of misfits on adventures, a new series was announced, The Skeleton Crew, starring Jude Law. It's slated to be an 80s coming-of-age tale set in space, and is supposedly gonna follow a group of children trying to find their way home. Since they only released a teaser image for this one, I'm really not sure how to feel. I think Skeleton Crew is a really human name for a Star Wars show, but nonetheless, I'm definitely curious to see where it goes, especially because I think Jude Law is a phenomenal actor. And I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more 80s vibes from Star Wars, since that's where it's got its roots. Last but not least, we got a trailer for Tales of the Jedi, which is essentially a series of 6 shorts starring Ahsoka and the infamous Count Dooku. It's set to be released October 26th, and I have to say I'm actually really stoked about this one. On to the next big Disney property is Marvel, which is the only reason I'm sitting here uncomfortable in a Spider-Man suit. We've got lots to unpack here. The first big film of Phase 5 is officially set for release. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania now has a release date of February 17th, 2023. And the sneak peek shown at D23 gave folks a glance at one of Marvel's biggest big bads, Kang. I guess we'll see how that goes. I gotta say, I'm not super stoked about Phase 5, but I'll be there to watch him anyway. Next up, our reboot of the Fantastic Four is officially set to hit theaters on November 8th, 2024. And it's gonna be directed by Matt Shakman. If that name sounds familiar, he's the same guy that directed WandaVision. While I'm definitely gonna save judgment until I see exactly who ends up being cast in the roles of the Fantastic Four, I think Matt Shakman did a great job with WandaVision, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what this film has in store. Captain America will officially be joining Thor in the I have more than 3 solo films to my name club with Captain America: New World Order. Starring Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, this film is set to release May 3rd, 2024. And I gotta say, I'm pretty excited to see a little more of Sam Wilson as Captain America. America. I feel we really didn't get enough in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I thought that that show was a mess for a series of reasons, so I'm looking forward to seeing what exactly he does with the Shield moving forward. And speaking of captains, attendees of D23 were treated to a teaser of The Marvels, showing Carol Danvers, Kamala Khan, and Monica Rambeau interacting a bit. That film was also given a release date of July 28th, 2023. Now, if you were wondering what exactly in the MCU is gonna happen with Sam Wilson's metal-armed partner, wonder no more. Marvel's Thunderbolts is set to release July 26, 2024, and it's gonna star the Winter Soldier, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, otherwise known as Madam Hydra, Ghost, the Red Guardian, Yelena as Black Widow, US Agent, and Taskmaster. This film to me is actually the one I'm most excited about that was announced. If it's done right, it could be the dark superhero movie that Marvel's never really had the guts to put out. Additionally, Ironheart was confirmed to be a new series hitting Disney Plus next year. And we've also got two really big series that are going to be really important to the MCU coming up. We were treated to a trailer of Secret Invasion, which is going to follow Nick Fury as he contends with the Skrulls, which I'm super excited about because I've always thought that the Skrulls were fascinating villains in Marvel. That's set to be released in 2023. And following Secret Invasion, we've also got Armor Wars, starring Don Cheadle's Jim Rhodes, and likely to be released in 2024. Marvel also teased Loki Season 2, which is likely to be released at the end of 2023. Echo also got a really cool teaser trailer and is set to be released on Disney Plus soon. No word on how soon that is. And the series that keeps me up at night, Daredevil Born Again. It was confirmed to be an 18-episode series that's set to be released on Disney Plus. No word on when. While I love Daredevil, I think Charlie Cox is an amazing Matt Murdock, and I think I watched the entire Daredevil series on Netflix start to finish literally like 6 times. I don't know that Marvel has it in them to write Daredevil the way they did on Netflix. They also showed an exclusive scene from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I'm really excited for this film, and even though it breaks my heart that Chadwick Boseman was not here for it, I think it's going to be an incredible tribute to the character of T'Challa and Chadwick as an actor. And finally, surprisingly enough, we are getting a Halloween special from Marvel. It's called Werewolf by Night, and it's dropping October 7th. It looks like it's definitely got the legs to be the creepiest thing Marvel's ever put out, and I'm both really curious and really excited to see what exactly they do with this one. My god, these people are releasing a lot of stuff. Let's keep this going. Up next, we've got releases of Disney properties. First and foremost, they released another pretty hilarious looking trailer for Hocus Pocus 2, which is set to release September 30th. Admittedly, I have not seen Hocus Pocus 1, but I'm going to, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this new one has in store. They also teased a 6-episode series called Zootopia Plus, which will be dropping on Disney Plus November 9th. And if the name wasn't obvious enough, it takes place within the Zootopia universe. I thought Zootopia was kind of adorable, so I might actually check this one out. I can be a child sometimes. The new animated film Strange World, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, got another trailer and another look at the world the film takes place in. This one is set to release November 9th. I'm interested in watching it, but I can't say it's the Disney release I'm most excited for. Disney also dropped the trailer for Disenchanted, which is the sequel to the 2007 film Enchanted, starring Amy Adams. I always thought that movie was kind of adorable, and my mom's made me watch it like 17 million times, so for nostalgia's sake, I have to say I'm looking forward to this one. In other live action news, D23 also offered a glimpse at the new Snow White live action remake, starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot. Now, I think the cast looks great. I don't share the same problems that a lot of people that are angry on Twitter have. What I do have a problem with is I don't think I can suspend disbelief long enough to believe that somebody as beautiful as Gal Gadot would ever be jealous of anybody else. That woman is perfect. She would never be an evil queen that would be upset about anybody else's looks. She is an icon. Also stirring controversy on the internet was a clip of Halle Bailey as Ariel in the new live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. A lot of people seem to be upset about this talented young actress's race when comparing her to an animated mermaid. Newsflash, mermaids aren't real, neither are any of these stories. People can be anything, leave her alone. I do, however, feel that a lot of these live-action remakes are just tired and unnecessary. Speaking Speaking of things that are unnecessary and nobody asked for, we also have a prequel to The Lion King called Mufasa, which is going to be the story of Simba's dad. That's slated to release in 2024. I really don't know why this is happening. As it is, The Lion King is already a ripoff of Hamlet, so why do we need a prequel? Remember earlier I mentioned that Jude Law is in a new Star Wars show? Well, he's really working hard to get that Disney paycheck because he's also starring as Captain Hook in a series that was teased at D23. A trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy was shown at the expo, and that will be streaming on Disney Plus supposedly in 2023. Again, they gotta stop with these live-action remakes, they're killing me. Also coming to Disney Plus in 2023, and please don't come for me, I know I'm gonna butcher this name, I'm so sorry, is Iwaju, which is an animated series that's gonna take place in a futuristic reimagining of Lagos, Nigeria. The snippets and artwork shown from this series actually looks really cool. I honestly think I might check it out, even if it's just for the purpose of looking at the animation. Moving right along, we've got some announcements from Pixar as well. Amy Poehler showed up to D23 in order to tease Inside Out 2, which is going to be a sequel to Inside Out, following Riley now as a teenager with new emotions and new situations to contend with. It's set to release in 2024, and honestly, I think this is a completely unnecessary sequel. I thought Inside Out was great and gave us more than enough to cry about. I really don't need to think about Bing Bong again. But it's happening, so we might as well buckle up and go for the ride. Also releasing in 2024 is a film called Elio, which is about a kid who ends up being an ambassador to aliens in space. Interesting concept, I might be down to get tickets for this one. Coming even sooner, in 2023, we've got Elemental, which is about the interaction between a water elemental and a fire elemental in a universe where everyone is defined by the element they are assigned to. I've always thought that the elements are such a cool concept to play with, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Last but not least, from Pixar, we've also got Win or Lose, which is going to be a Disney Plus animated series about a middle school softball team. Could be an interesting watch for the young ones. And finally, for my Disney adults, we've got some announcements in relation to the parks. First up, we've got a new image of the Mandalorian and Grogu, who will be wandering Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, California as of November. Disney also gave a musical tease of the re-theming of the popular ride Splash Mountain. Now called Tiana's Bayou Adventure, it's set to open in Disneyland, California in 2024. Also in Disneyland, California, California's Disneyland gets everything. And yeah, I'm a little bit salty. I want to see Spider-Man in Orlando. Anyways, they're going to be putting in a new attraction that's going to be multiverse themed. It'll star King Thanos as the villain in a universe where he actually won. Release dates and additional details for this are not yet available. For Disney World in Orlando, Florida, we officially have a date for the long-awaited ride Tron Light Cycle Run. It now has an opening date of spring 2023. And that means we'll all be able to ride it in 2026 when the lines are no longer 6 hours long. Also coming to Magic Kingdom is an Encanto-themed area, a Coco-themed area, and some kind of zone that's gonna focus on Disney villains. That ought to be pretty cool. New Frozen attractions are set to open at Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Paris Disneyland. Disneyland Paris will also be getting an attraction themed around the hit film Tangled, which, try again Disneyland Paris, Magic Kingdom has bathrooms themed around Tangled, which is already pretty cool. Even though folks have just started cruising on the Disney Wish, they announced a new ship, the Disney Treasure, which is supposedly gonna sport some Aladdin theming. That is a lot of stuff. I gotta say, the things that I'm most excited about, Thunderbolts and The Mandalorian. I am cautiously excited about Daredevil Born Again, and even though there's nothing else that really has me that stoked, I will be around to watch and review every relevant release there is. Why? Because it's what I do, and I love arguing on the internet. That's all from me. I've been Snarky J. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your favorite Disney Plus teaser in the comments below.